What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeologic.com. Okay, so you guys love the car thing. I get it. You know, there is a YouTuber. I'm not going to mention his name with his little sexy ass. But there is a YouTuber who I watch very much, and he does his car thing with his shades and stuff like that. Um, I'll tell you that, man. But apparently you all like it, so I guess I'll be doing these from now on. It's pretty easy to just, you know, take this phone and shoot myself like with the camcorder. So expect these to be happening a lot. So I want to talk about alpha men and alpha women. Now I know this video is not going to get a lot of traction because alpha women are rare, like real alpha women. Alpha women are very rare. You see a lot of women acting big and bad, and you see them like acting outside of character, but they really are just unfulfilled women with a lot of emotional issues, and they are angry and they're hateful, and they feel like if they're just overbearing or aggressive, that the way that they can be tamed is to get broken in. And I'm not being hyperbolic about this. A lot of women who pretend to be dominant and aggressive are just doing that to have a man, for the slip, have a man just basically take control physically, mentally, all of those things, okay? Financially, I mean, I can go on. I'm not that type of woman. I am naturally dominant. You can just basically, you see it in my demeanor. You can just see when I walk places, I don't get the same reactions as other people. And other women are like, well, what happened when you get a guy to do this? And I say, I can't relate to that because I don't attract that. But my friend, I had talked to a friend of mine who's going to be coming in town. She is a bodybuilder, and me and her met when I was heavy into bodybuilding competitions, and we got along so well instantly. So we was having a conversation because she's in a relationship with a submissive, a very passive guy. Ooh, God damn, he's so passive. He's so passive. He is delta negative, honey. Okay. So she's coming in here and she wants to hook up. You know, want me and her to go out for lunch and do this, do that, just catch up and everything. I haven't seen her since I got back from Germany. And we had a discussion and a debate about alpha men and alpha women. She believes that it's not going to work, and if alpha men and alpha women are together for a while, it's only a matter of time before they depart. And I was like, no, that's not true. I said, all of my men, now this is a phase, I have to admit, I have to say that this is so telling. All my men up until after I left the police force were submissive and beta, very beta. So once I left the police force, they were all alphas. You know, dissect that if you will. It is what it is. So she was saying, yeah, but they didn't last. Well, they didn't last because of certain situations, not because we were both alpha. Like my last relationship with an alpha man was I loved it. The only difference is that I had to leave Germany because, you know, Merkel was turning into Pakistan. And he was afraid of America. Why, I don't know. So if you don't love my country, you know what I'm saying, you don't really love me because my country and I are one. I'm very much of a nationalist. So it didn't work out because of that, not because we didn't get along. But then she said one main thing that I think gets in a way with a lot of alpha women when they date alpha men. Who's in charge? Well, when I told her, I said, well, if he's a good alpha man, if he's a man that is, let's say, he's not immature, he's not ignorant, doesn't suffer from low self-esteem, insecure. I hate an insecure man. Then he's going to be in charge. If you as an alpha woman, a dominant woman, get in a relationship with an alpha man, you are actually getting with one who's more intelligent than you, more experienced than you, someone who is able to take over, just basically just take over. It's not saying that you're going to be submissive, and that's the key thing that she was saying last night was like, I'm not going to be submissive to no man. I'm not going to be no man's bitch. But it's not really about you being submissive. Prime example, because this is the only way I could explain this to her. And by the way, let's be clear. There's not a lot of alpha women out there. I am talking a very shoot. I would have to say that when it comes to alpha women, naturally alpha women, I would say that dominant women like myself and her are probably less than 8% of, maybe less than 10%. Yeah, less than 10% of the female population. It's not natural. It's something that's different, and it's out of the ordinary, because in order for women to be good mothers, good nurturers, healers, I'm sorry, but this is the best thing. I think women are the best nurses. I don't like male nurses unless they're gay. When I was in a hospital, I had a male nurse, and he was not gay, and I was not happy, and he was doo-doo. I did not like him. And so that's the thing. And so there's some things that women are really good at, and because women have kids, they are, hashtag not all, are good nurturers and everything. So this is the thing I was telling her, is that since we are not the norm. We are naturally dominant, and we have that warrior type of mentality. It's best to get with a man who is not overbearing, but not aggressive. He's not like, hunger, 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 I'm the man. When you have, and I've been in these relationships, it's so sad, it's hard for me to explain it, but let me just tell you how I made it work, because you have to understand, like, is this man capable of handling things if somebody break in our house while we're both there? Okay. Is this man able if I'm sick? Okay, and this is the thing about her. She hates when she doesn't get sick often, but when she gets sick, her boyfriend is worthless. He is worthless. He can't do nothing. He is so used to being told what to do, how to do it, and she can't heal. So she has to get another woman or women to come over there who are also dominant, to come and take care of the things he's supposed to take care of. The thing about an alpha man is that when an alpha woman is sick or she's down and out, the ship is still supposed to sail. It's supposed to still go on. The show doesn't stop because you're sick. But when you have a submissive, when you have a beta male as an alpha, and you are down and out because you've been taking control of everything, and you're down and out, he don't know what to do. That's awful. When an alpha man, dude, you have time to heal. You have time to take over things. He knows what to do. He knows how to do it. He knows what you need. The bills are still being paid. The phone calls are returned. The social media is being handled. These are the things he's able to still make things pop off well. But when you're with somebody who's submissive and you're the one, it's just like basically dating it's not really ancestral, but you're dating your son if you if you're alpha with a beta male and stuff like that. But with an alpha woman, you have to be comfortable understanding that you should know how to pick the man. You should know how to pick a man that is at your equal, but I'm against that. Pick a man who's better than you. I don't know how women are going to feel about that. I don't think women even come to the realization if women have gotten to an arrogant place where they like, nobody's better than me, honey. Nobody's better than me, honey. Okay. No. I always date up, always. And when I'm around a man who's alpha, And you go through that courting stage, and you go through that stage where you see if he is the right one for you. And we did the vetting thing, and I think I need to. Don't worry, guys. I'm still gonna bring the vetting thing to this channel. I have to break it up in parts, and I think I'm gonna start working on that this week. But when I'm with someone who's alpha, you see how I'm talking to you guys now. I have more of a assertive tone. Okay, right now I'm in jeans and and a t-shirt and a sweatpants. This is how I am on a normal basis. I'm basically relaxed. When I am around, oh guys, you guys have no idea. I am like a total opposite. More feminine, wear lots of dresses. I even oh, I even am like, my voice even changes. And I'm not gonna give you my softer voice, okay? I don't even want you guys to know what my fucking soft voice is. But when I am around, when I am dating a man, and he's an alpha, my voice is softer, okay? My demeanor is softer. My hair is always done. Of course, I'm always, fitness is a thing of mine anyway. But I make sure I wear feminine clothing. I sit feminine when I go out to eat. I eat food. Well, I'm a vegan anyway. Well, I'm back to being a vegan. So I don't really eat nothing crazy. So there's nothing like, and I don't drink alcohol. So it's not like I'm going outside that etiquette. But it's not, it's when I'm around, when I was around my ex, there was no question that I was the female and he was the male, and he was the one in charge of the relationship. Made sure to cook for him. I made sure, sex was never an issue. Come on, guys, please. Um, the cleaning, and just, I was just there to help him out, and he was there to help me out. It was just a great harmonious relationship. But I think women today, and I want you guys to tell me what you feel, I think women today have a problem with men being in control. And it's not like you let any man be in control. That's bull caca. You have to pick the right man. A lot of men are not meant to be in control. Trust me, I know. Oh my God, I know. A lot of men are not supposed to be in control. No, no, no. They're not. They're incapable of doing it. They suck at it, and they just don't have the knowledge or the experience to do it. But you have some who do. And I think people have to learn how to read other people's body language. We're so caught up in our own world that you don't even know an alpha when he's staring you in your face. You don't know a beta when he's staring in your face. I think when you start practicing reading people's energy, when you start practicing to read other people's mannerism, how they react towards you, to what they're looking at, what they're thinking. Well, you don't know what they're thinking about, but you could tell by their body languages, by their body language and the things that they're doing, as in reference to you, what type of person they are. And with me as a dominant woman, I basically naturally, and this is true, this is a true thing, and a lot of alpha women are going to agree with me. You naturally attract submissive and passive men. You just naturally do that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that too. I want to say that there's nothing wrong with a beta male or a submissive male. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just letting you know. I know some women who will only date passive men, submissive men, for whatever reason. Maybe their father was so aggressive and abusive that basically dating a man that's similar to that will trigger them for some reason. I get it. There's no judgment here. What I'm saying is that, for me, let me just say for me. That's what I'm saying. I don't think this video is going to connect with a lot of women or people in general. But for me, as a woman, I am always in control, always in charge, always handling business, always in alpha mode. And that's the reason why I stopped dating women after a while, because it's like, okay, I'm alpha out. I'm alpha out. I need a balance. We all need that balance. Remember, we had that conversation last week. You have the right to hate because you have the right to love. You need that hate just to balance off that love. So with me and being alpha all the freaking time, it feels so good when I connect with a guy on a platonic. This is just a platonic level, okay? A guy who gets a dead gecko or a lizard off my car, a guy who will basically do my yard, a guy who will help me with my computer problems, a guy who will actually do my website. These are men. These are men I actually come to for help. And I come to them humble. Okay? I don't come to them as if I'm running them or I'm their ruler or I am basically I'm going to be your dictator. No, 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 no. I give them the respect that they deserve and that they're owed. But the thing about it is that, women, feminism has really messed us up, and I don't want to go into that in a minute because we're going to talk about that this Thursday. But I just understand it. Like, feminism has really messed up women to where you have women who are not naturally alpha acting like alphas. And then they die alone with a lot of cats, honey. Woo, Lord have mercy. Anyway, in conclusion, because I just did a bunch of rambling, I don't think I made any sense, but that's what I'm still going to upload this video, okay? Here's the thing. Alpha women who want alpha men, you can have an alpha man, and it will work. I'm telling you, I know from personal experience. What I am telling you also, though, is you must know what you want and what you're looking for in a man. And if he has those characteristics of an alpha to the point where you can just be the backup. It doesn't mean you're being beta. That's not possible. It's not possible for me to be beta. But if my man handling a altercation, I'm going to be behind him, ready to get his back. I'm not going to stand by and like, yeah, we'll take you on. Hold on, honey. I'll take this. No, 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 no. That's his job. That's his job, okay? No, he handles that. And if there's a problem or things need to be fixed, he's going to handle it. I'm not going to show, and I think that's, especially in the black community, here's why I don't deal with the black community. A lot of black women are taking on the role of men, and you suck at it. And that's why you are all so upset, because you are acting outside your nature. It is naturally for me to be dominant, but I also I'm still a woman. And I like saying that, women. And therefore, I like to be around a man who's a man's man, and a man who is going to let me be in my feminine state. It's unhealthy to be in it for a woman and a man, by the way. It's unhealthy for a man to be in a submissive state all the damn time. And it's unhealthy for a woman to be in an alpha state all the damn time. You're going to have that balance. And I do get that balance. I get that balance when I interact with men in professions. There's nobody in my life, there's a profession, like I'm getting my house worked on slowly but surely. It's done by a man. My yard is done by a man, okay? And my website, we're still working on that. Done by a man, okay? When I need a computer device, I go to a man. It's I need men. I need them. And so when I see them and I interact with them, I come to them humble, but I also come to them with respect. That's what I'm looking for. Yes, with respect. That I'm going to respect them for who they are and what they're bringing into my life. And I'm thankful. I don't even know if this made any sense, but, you can have a man as an alpha woman, but it's rare. A lot of alpha women don't want alpha men. And I mean a lot, a huge majority. Many of them want, many of them want submissive men. Many of them want beta men. And I used to be like that, but not anymore. And I think since the 2000s have always been with alpha men, but it can work. But you have to be okay. You have to be okay with understanding that if you pick the right man, he is in charge. And I know that's a lot of women are going to give me a lot of shit for that, but I have never seen that not work. We are partners, but if we come into a head where I want one thing and he wants another, unless I'm feeling really, 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 really passionate about it, which is rare, saying he has the final say so. And I think a lot of women are not going to get down with that. They're going to probably give me shit for that, but I'm okay. That's fine. You guys can do what you can do. Anyway, I am going to go. I told you this is a long video. It's a long video, okay? I knew it was going to be a long video, but you guys were warned ahead of time. So I am going to go, and yeah, I've got to go run some more errands, and I will talk to you all later. Later, taters.